Let's go to the United States now. Now, Sky News contributor Kristin Tate joins me from what is a very hot Houston, Texas. I've been reading about your summer heat waves. Has it gotten any better?
Unfortunately, it has not, Steve. It is like living on the sun down here. And of course, you have leftists in the United States piling on, saying this is all because of global warming and we need to elect more Democrats in order to fight the terrible sun monster. But no, it has not gotten any better. It's still very hot here.
Whatever happened to global warming? It's now, of course, called climate change. We'll get to Joe Biden in a moment. But first, you and I spoke last time about the leaky border in Texas. It's now not gotten any better as far as I can see. Is that right? 91,000 migrants have been arrested in just 1 month crossing the border, Kristin.
That's right. And I want to remind the viewers out there, that's just the people getting caught. There are probably thousands more coming across that are evading law enforcement. This is unlike anything we've ever seen. And, back in the Obama days, they used to consider just 1,000 or 2,000 migrants a day as being, a crisis level. We are way beyond that now. Before we went on air, I was reading an article that said just last month, 1.2 million U.S.-born workers lost their jobs last month to, some 500,000 illegal immigrants or immigrants of any kind. I mean, this is just having so many impacts. Of course, we think of the drugs that are coming across the border, the crime, but we have to remember people's jobs, American jobs are being lost because of this as well. And of course, it's changing the country culturally. I have friends all over the place in Texas whose children are in the public school systems. They tell me that large percentages of these schools now are non-English speaking students at this point. It has gotten completely crazy. And soon, Steve, every U.S. city will be a border town. It's not just going to be Texas anymore because these migrants, they're making their way north, and this is going to impact the entire United States.
I can only imagine there'd be a large number of Americans now that are bordering on resentment of these people coming into your country. Presumably, that they don't pay any tax, they work in the cash economy, they take jobs off Americans, and then eventually they're going to flood into the education and the health system. How can the country actually cope with that?
It's not sustainable. That's it. There's no way around it. It is not sustainable. And, you have large swaths of the Democratic voting base, these left wingers who say they're for open borders, but they are completely shielded from this because many of these people live in gated communities, in coastal areas, places like Bethesda, Martha's Vineyard, the Hamptons, these swanky areas where they don't have to deal with these problems every day. But you have working class Americans in this country, people who get up every morning, take their kids to school and go to work, who are dealing with the consequences of these open border policies, and it is harming them in a very real way.